everyone. Once again, Mike Camarada with Learning God Ministries. Happy Sunday, or of course, whatever day it is that you're watching this message. All right, this one is a little difficult for people to hear because I know that some people have a strong faith or no faith, but the ones that I'm talking about, the ones that have the faith and things that we worship or that we idolize. And this message is about symbols and about idolizing things, and not always idolizing symbols either. And I'll show you what that means. Let's go to the drawing board and we'll see what I brilliantly drew this week. I know my art skills are getting primo. So if anything that these messages are doing, it's making my art skills go like this. All right, these are symbols. We live in a life of symbols. When we drive in the street, it's a street full of symbols. We need to know in a very quick, easy sign what we're to do. So let's just look at a couple of things. We'll get to the driving stuff in a little bit. That, of course, is a dollar sign. You've probably seen me draw that before. That's a symbol, and it means money. I would imagine it means money. I don't know what else it means, but it means at least US dollars. Here's an exclamation point. I said it like that because of the exclamation point. That's a symbol to show how I have to say something. All right, now we're getting to those traffic laws. It's got a stop sign. That's a symbol. That means stop the car. Unless you live in the New York area, then you could just coast right through the stop sign. Then we have, I believe that's railroad crossing. I hope it is, because I drew it. That means there's a railroad track here. It also means that sometimes a train could come on it, so be wary about the railroad crossing. These are symbols that represent other things. They aren't the thing themselves, they just represent something else. Now, us, in our Christian faith, whether you be Protestant, Lutheran, Roman Catholic, Baptist, there are some very serious things that we do that we probably don't know is hurting God. Now, you can't hurt God, but it hurts your relationship with God. Here's a symbol. Okay? That is the cross. Even though this is a cross, that cross with this part a little bit raised up further to the top symbolizes the cross that Jesus was killed on. Got it? The Romans used crosses or crucifixions to kill and torture their prisoners, people that were to be put to death. This cross is nothing more than that. When we always say, look to the cross, if you say it in your religion, look to the cross, look to the cross. See, organized religion needed the symbol. Here's another symbol. As much as I can't draw it great, the golden arches of McDonald's. That is a symbol that you pretty much know there's a McDonald's at the bottom of that symbol. This cross is not God, and it's not Jesus. Now, many of you are flipping off right now. I got it. I understand why you would be too. Because for years, your whole life, or your ethnic background, has taught you to worship the cross. And that's wrong. You don't worship a cross. You worship God, Jesus. Jesus died, yes. For us, yes. But it wasn't the cross that was the thing that saved us. It was Jesus himself that saved us. Do you think if Jesus, let's say, if the Romans killed people on a wooden stake with a bunch of fire around it and they burned them at the stake, would you be wearing a flaming stake around your neck? No, Mike, that's silly. Would you be going into a church that has a wooden pillar with flames all around it? Of course it would be silly. But you're doing it anyway. Because that's exactly what the symbol is. Now, I'm not saying not look to the cross. Don't look to the cross. Look to Jesus' death. Because that was the catalyst that saved everybody. And his raising from the dead that saved everybody. This is just the Roman way of killing people. That's what they did. I'm a Roman. I'm Italian. That's what my people did. Did I approve? Well, whatever. It's new life, new world. So, the same thing goes with statues and playing with these statues of, whatever it is, maybe the Virgin Mary or St. Paul. You bury a statue upside down in your yard and you get to sell your house. That was another, I don't know which saint it was. These are all religious trinkets from organized religion, which is anything but organized, that take people away from the source. There is one source. It's God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit. That's one source. God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit. There is nothing that replaces that. And I know, maybe you want to wear a cross around your neck and you want to show people that you're a Christian. Or you feel like you keep it close to you. Do you think God, Jesus, wants you to be wearing this? He wants you to know him. He wants you to be with him all day. If you're going to wear the cross around your neck, fine. But don't let it take you away from knowing Jesus. That you have a relationship with him. That he's there for you all the time. To have these as a reminder, it's like having a picture of people at your family at your desk in your office. You say, I can't wait to go home. I'm going to go out and party tonight. Oh, wait a minute. You look at the picture and you see your wife and your kids. I got to go home to these people. They reminding you that you got a family? No. You got to know you got that family. Jesus and God is your family. He wants you in his family. So stop putting those crosses and those symbols and those statues, exactly what God said to the Jews at the very beginning, that he doesn't want any idol worship. And here we are with the show American Idol. I mean, it's all over the world. There's different countries of Idol, but American Idol here. American Idol, that means we're worshiping something that we love more than God. And when you idolatize, if that's the word, anything that is not God or Jesus himself or the Holy Spirit, then you're playing with idolatry. And that's exactly what God doesn't want. Your idolatry doesn't have to be in symbols. Your idolatry could be in alcohol. Your idolatry could be in pornography. Your idolatry could be in taking drugs. These are 3 things I'd rather be doing because I idolize these things more than God himself. And that's where you fail. If you want to, that's your choice. The reality is, you can't fail. It's that important that you succeed. Get rid of all your idolatries. Get rid of your symbols. Now, is it okay not to drink? No, you could drink. Don't idolize it. I mean, you shouldn't take drugs. That's pretty much, you take drugs that the pharmaceutical companies give you. That's even bad. And, pornography. I'd rather be doing this than worshiping God right now. And if you're always keeping God with you, then he's also with you when you're worshiping the alcohol, worshiping the drugs, worshiping the pornography. He's with you. You're not doing this alone. He sees it. And this all gets recorded. He knows about it because when you go to see him later, guess what? That's all going to come out. So I know this was not an easy message for some. Maybe some people agree and say, I've been saying this all along. I don't know. But all I know is that one of my messages that I received, because I used to wear a cross when I was in 8th grade, cross around my neck, when I went to church and school. That doesn't mean don't wear a cross. Listen, Mike, what are you saying? Should I throw my crosses away? Don't let the cross be the go-to. That's how Jesus was killed. That's how Romans killed people. If you're going to put a cross in your house, don't celebrate how Romans kill people, because Jesus wasn't the only one that died on a cross. Others died on crosses. What makes Jesus so special was that he is God. And he proved it. That's it. So think about that. Please think about that. All right. This was a little crazy message, but I think it's such an important one to tell everybody. It's so important to know this. All right? Look, Mike Camarado again, Learning God Ministries. Whatever you do, please don't do it with an idol. Do it with God. All right. See you next week.